Hi, it's Jasmine with Earth Beauty Gallery, and this week's tarot reflection video is about the 3-card spread. And many people are familiar with the past, present, future and spread, and that's a pretty good beginning place to begin. But it creates a very simple way to look at experiences that can unfold in over time. Now, what I've come to appreciate working with tarot is that intention matters. So if you ask a very general question, you get some very basic information from the reading. But the more intention or the more specific or the attention you pay to your wording, and while you hold the cards or shuffle the cards, while you're connecting with the cards, then you will get more information back from the cards. So let me switch the phone around to show you what I'm talking about. There. All right, the first one I have is you, the other person, and the dynamic between you. And I chose just for an example, I chose the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles. And what this spread is saying, so the questionnaire wants to know what is the dynamic between us. And she is a very logical, rational, down-to-earth, practical kind of person. And he is a very energetic, curious, enthusiastic, adventurous, full of energy, and he can get people excited about things very easily. And what the third card is showing, the Seven of Pentacles, that they can grow through their experience in the relationship. They can grow with each other. How I would interpret this would be, he is showing her how to get out of her shell, how to be more spontaneous, how to be more curious. And she is showing him that yes, you can have many ideas and you can start many things, but you also have to have a good foundation. And so in this dynamic, they're supporting each other. They will grow, they support each other by balancing out and teaching them a different kind of viewpoint. That's this example. Now the other example I have is your energy, their energy, and what kind of effect has those energy about your relationship. And I chose the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the Page of Cups for this example. And it can be a partnership, it can be a romantic relationship, but it also can be a friendship. And so the questionnaire is more mindset-oriented, communication, logical. And the person that she's asking about is more about being socially active, being energetic, trying out new things, just being involved in the community. But how I would interpret this third card is the Page of Cups. It's emotions, and they balance each other's emotions out. But for me, the cups are also like artistic. And so they're finding creative ways, because sometimes those energy, they have to blend each other out. She's very outgoing and very socially oriented. And sometimes people that are more mindset oriented, they think more, they're more in their thoughts. And so they find creative ways to balance that out. Okay, let's try, what are you? She will communicate, okay, this is what I feel comfortable. And the other person will, with her enthusiasm, will help her find ways to be comfortable being out in the community. Or they will be so creative that when she has an idea, a creative idea, she will come up with the planning and with the nuts and bolts behind this creative idea. So this energy in this instance would be very complementary to each other. But that's another example how when you're more when you have more intention what you're asking, that you get more information. And the last example I have is your perspective, their perspective, and the relationship energy. And I chose the Queen of Cups, the King of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles. And in this situation, it's either a business situation. So, and the questioner is more intuitive and more emotional, feeling-wise. He is logical, and another sword, so mindset, communication. And what this combination, when you focus more on what is the relationship energy, how is there different viewpoints affecting the overall energy within the relationship. And how I would interpret this is that they collaborate well together. They find a way of communicating so that they can make progress in their business. He supports her with sometimes people that are more feeling, they don't necessarily are totally able to express their feelings. And him being more mindset oriented and communication oriented, he will help her express what she wants to do with her business. So in that way, they're collaborating, and in this instance, it would the different viewpoints, different energies work well together. Now, these are relationships examples, but this approach can be used in many situations. And sometimes a person wants to look at a broader situation, and other time there is one specific concern they want to explore more closely. So that's where then the intention comes in. And that is something I've come to understand about tarot. The way we frame questions shapes the perspectives through which we explore it. And that can bring attention to something we may not have noticed before. So if you liked this video, please like and subscribe. And if you would like a reading, contact me at Earth Beauty Gallery. And until next time.